Well, the usual theme continuing here. It's about 8:30 on the evening of Monday the 6th of August, so been at sea for just over 5 weeks, and we're around about 20 odd miles north of or northeast of Bear Island. Spotted it a long time ago in beautiful clear weather, but as we're moving in, so's the murk, so's the fog. I zoom in a bit, you can see there lines of fog starting to come in. If I come round to, see it all up there, come round to windward, voila! The kind of murk that we've been sailing in seems like forever. So, let's see what happens. I don't know whether this is just a little bank of fog or something more substantial. But we are going to, I'll show you, we'll come inside. Here we are, nice and warm and quiet in here. Have a look at the chart. If it will focus, come on, focus. Thank you. Doesn't want to focus, does it? Come on. Thank you. Right, Bear Island. Not happy, is it, this camera? Not sure what to do. Yeah. Okay. What's up with you? Yeah, fortune for a camera and it can't focus, eh? Anyway, there's Bear Island, the yellow bit. We're just up here. And what I'm going to do is come in and, depending on the fog, I'm just going to run. It's just convenient at the 12-mile limit. I mean, I don't particularly want to keep outside the 12-mile limit, but it's right on the line of longitude 20 degrees. So let's bring it over here. Maybe it'll behave a bit better. That's really weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh dear. Anyway, now that's better. This this line of longitude is 20 degrees. We're right here. So I'm going to come in, and if the fog doesn't clear, I'm just going to run down that line of longitude till we're past, and then resume our course to the southwest. If the fog clears and I got some visibility, then I'll come in a bit closer. So there we are. It's going to be overnight as well. It's 8:30, so it doesn't look very hopeful again in terms of getting some good film or some good photographs. But once again, there's absolutely nothing I can do about it, so there's no point complaining. We'll just make the best of it. Well, this will make you laugh. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and out there is the South Cape of Bear Island. I know it is because I can just see it, and I can just see there's an outlying rock. I first saw this headland at about 2 o'clock in the morning 4 years ago. 2 o'clock of the morning. So I know exactly what it looks like. I have actually been here in good conditions. We're just about leaving Bear Island. I'll try and go in a little bit, maybe. Sorry, switch it off by mistake. So I'll try and go in a little bit. Well, probably a miracle at the moment if you can pick that up. Under a slightly lighter bit of cloud, just make out the headland and the outlying rock, and there's a load of kittiwakes flying overhead. We've got an Iceland gull escorting us as well. Absolutely the most beautiful, elegant gull in the world. Right, well at least I've seen it, even if you haven't, so I know it's there. I'll keep an eye out. I'd dearly like to get my head down because I pretty much haven't had any sleep yet tonight. We've been running down the east side of the island. But I'll keep an eye out for a few more minutes. A little bit more break in the cloud now. It's been really murky all night. And if I get anything better, then so much the better. If not, then I've already set our course now. We've hardened up to the southwest, setting our course for Shetland and Whitehills. Whitehills is 1,129 miles away, but I'll talk about that at another time. Well, it's 6:30 on the morning of Friday the 10th of August. That's our 40th day at sea. So we left Bear Island in the fog and mist. That was our next noon position on the 7th, going nicely to the southwest. There's the 8th, and then coming further down to the southwest we come to the 9th, so everything going well, but we're now about there. This line of longitude is 15 degrees east, and this line of latitude is 72 north, so we're just above 72 north now. But we've been becalmed, comprehensively becalmed. Been becalmed for the last 9 hours now. So we're going nowhere and just waiting for something to happen. I'll just open the hatch, and I have to have it closed because not only are we becalmed, but it's also raining a little bit. So let's come out and have a look. There we are. There's the ensign, hanging as limply as an ensign can. The tail on the self-steering is doing nothing because it's glued to the wind vane by the rain. And all we have is our entourage of filmers. A few minutes ago, before I started filming, they're all close to the boat, but they've moved off there at the moment. So it's just grey and still, very light rain, and absolutely nothing we can do until we get a bit of wind. Well, I've got some killer whales off the stern here. Difficult to pick them up. There we are, there's one. They tend not to be inquisitive, killer whales. They don't come and look at boats so much the way some of the other whales and dolphins do. We're totally becalmed, not a breath of wind. Whoop, there we are. Oh dear, don't know whether we caught that one. Waiting for a wind. Could be a long wait. There we are. I'll stop there, see if they come a bit closer. Well, these fulmars certainly know how to humiliate a sailor. All paddling along behind quite merrily. Yeah, I quite agree, that's how I feel. Could do with some wind. But at least they're having to paddle, which is something. Oh, here comes a champion paddler. I like the way the fulmars always scrutinise the rig, as if they know what they're looking at. Come on, focus, focus. Well, hopefully we'll leave you behind soon. I can feel a bit of breeze coming up from the south, which is not great, but also when I come up here you might just be able to see a line of dark sea. At last there is some wind coming in. I think it's going to be from the south, which ain't great, but right at this moment I'll take anything. Exactly. Hello. Well guys, I'm going to have to leave you soon. I can see some wind coming in. Thank you for your company. I always enjoy having you around the boat. You're very friendly, although a bit argumentative amongst yourselves. Ah, well, there we are. That wind did come in, or it's just come in, I mean literally this second. There's our former friends back there, and at last we're starting to leave them behind. Always such a nice moment when you get sailing again after a calm. Not even sure exactly where we're heading yet. Let's just have a quick look at the compass. Oh, not too bad. Winds maybe about west-southwest. We're heading south which is good enough for the moment, and I can still harden her up a little bit more. And I actually always prefer some sort of headwind or wind forward of the beam coming out of a calm, because you're going into it, you're increasing the apparent wind, and the boat will always sail much better than if you got the wind after the beam and then you're decreasing the apparent wind, and the wind vane, the self-steering, quite obviously has difficulty coping with that when the wind is still very light. But here we've got all 7 panels set. I had them already waiting. Excuse me, do you mind recording here? I don't know. Fulmers, eh? No, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I had this all my 7 panels already set because I suspected this was coming in, and actually looking at my little wind thingy right at the top there, wherever it is, somewhere up there, looks like I should be able to harden up a bit more and even maybe get a bit of west in my course, which I like. Right, well, let's hope this wind holds. We've been becalmed since 9 o'clock last night, 1:15, so about 16 hours. It's very rare that you're becalmed for more than 18 or 20 hours. I've almost never been becalmed for more than 24 hours at a stretch. I think it maybe has happened once. So you just have to be patient. There we are, moving along at last. Right, I need to get us on a good course and get snug down and get us across 72 north, which is the next line of latitude, which is about 11 or so miles away. Well, there we are. I can still see the nearer bit of the calm patch way on the horizon there. Sometimes you come out of a calm very slowly. It takes ages and ages and lots of messing about before the wind fills in, but this one has just come straight in. Absolutely no messing. So we're already creaming along, as I said, with the whole Triple H turbo in operation at the moment. All 7 panels pulling us along very nicely for the moment. No doubt this wind will strengthen and I'll have to start reducing before too long. Feels so good to be moving again. I think it's about 925 miles to Whitehills at the moment. So there's still a fair old bit to do. It's about, but on normal average, that'll be about 15 days sailing. So there we are, sigh of relief, calm over, we're on the move. And this is pretty much a leading wind as well. there's our last sort of view of Bear Island, if you could call it a view. You just see those dark patches coming out of the fog which the land is somehow producing. And there'll be parts of the Misery Fellet, the Misery Mountains, that probably reflect the last night for me. The whole night, and that's the best they can do. I've had a sleep now. We're way off to the south. So there we are, the last bit of rock that we're going to see until either Shetlands, hopefully, or the Moray Firth coast. Pretty much hard on the wind now. Got a westerly wind and we're heading southwest. There we are. Not much point filming that, is there? But this island does have a reputation for being continually locked up in its own shroud of fog. There we are, bye bye Bear Island.